What's going on, guys? Texas Two-Step coming at you here today. I wanted to do a quick little video on the best character setup because some people will tell you, oh, you should do one-handed, oh, you should do two-handed, oh, you should do writing, you should do this, you should do that. I'm going to tell you the best way that's going to help you the best long term. Because yes, you know, upgrading your one-handed stats and all that will help in the early game. But obviously, Mountain Blade Bannerlord is all about the long game, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do this best long term. Okay, the first thing we come up to is our cultures. You have the Valandians who give you a 20% upgrade to XP to troops from battle. That is by far the best choice, okay? A lot of people think the Aserai, because they give cheaper caravans and give you less trade penalty, is the best. Money is no object in this game, okay? And I can make another video that will have money making tips early game, because late game, seriously, you're gonna have more money you know what to do with. So Khuzaits, faster horsemen on the campaign map, yeah, that's okay, I guess, but doesn't really affect too much. Less speed to parties. Doesn't really help a lot for the Tanians. The Empire, you can build stuff faster. Wonderful. Sturgeons, 20% less penalty from snow. Completely useless because only probably 30% of the map has snow on it. So, Valandians, that extra XP to your troops from battles is huge. So that's what we want. Okay, this part didn't really matter. This is just your character creator. So we're going to skip through that. So, right here, choose your family so the fun begins. Okay, a few things. Under your intelligence, your stewardship, it says that it's about managing a town or an estate. What the biggest perk of this thing is this is how you increase the size of your party. Okay, huge right here. This is how you increase the size of your party. So that's a big one. Okay, another big one is charm. Charm is very hard to level up in game, okay? So, your best way to do that is in the beginning. And what Charm will do for you is this little feature is how it helps you to recruit other lords into your kingdom once you've started your kingdom, okay? A high trait in Charm is going to significantly boost your ability during those conversations to recruit them, okay? So charm is one of the hardest things to level up, so do it in the beginning. Don't worry about smithing, don't worry about writing, don't worry about bow, crossbow, one-handed, two-handed. Those are really easily leveled up, okay, guys? If you just use your one-handed, two-handed in battles, your bow, riding your horse, just go fast during your battle, okay? Ride your horse. If you double-click the W button, it'll spur your horse and you'll go faster, okay? So, our choices for this, we have a Baron's Retainer, which gives you 10 skill level and 1 focus point to riding and polearm, and gives you 1 point in social. Urban Merchants is the one we're going to want because it's going to give you a point in trade and charm. Charm, again, charm's our biggest one because that's going to be the hardest one to level up, and it's going to help us the most late game. Mid-game, late game. Yeoman, Pullman Crossbow, Smithing and Two-Handed, Scouting and Crossbow, Mercenary, Roguery and Crossbow. Like I said, you want charm, okay? Charm is our biggest thing here. Now, I will keep in mind that in the beginning, riding a horse and kind of riding around, skirting them, is the best way to kind of kill looters and stuff in the beginning to where you can keep from being killed. Alright, use a bow and arrow and just blast them, okay? So you're going to want a little bit of points in your riding and your bow. Plus your riding skill is going to enable you to get better horses later on. Because it sucks when you get a super awesome horse and then you can't use it because your riding's, you know, crappy. So you have leadership. This is leadership and tactics. Leadership you will naturally level up when you assemble an army under your kingdom tab. Once you're either a vassal or you have your own kingdom, your leadership will go ahead and start building up on its own pretty quickly once you have an army under your control. Brawn, two-handed and throwing. Athletics and one-handed. Athletics is kind of a useless stat for a lot of people because you put on good armor, it slows you down, and most of your battles you're going to be on horseback anyways. Aptitude gives you engineering and trade. Way with people, charm and leadership. Skill with horses, riding and medicine. Charm and leadership, that's one you want. So, your way with people. Okay, on this one, this is where we kind of screw you up a little bit. So, this gives you the opposite crossbow and tactics, roguery and one-handed. Roguery is what you basically, when you're raiding a village, alright? And when you're trying to bribe a guard to get in, stuff like that. But mostly, it's going to be for when you're raiding villages, okay? It's going to give you the abilities to, like, raid faster, get a little more loot. Okay, you're going to build that up naturally if you raid villages anyways. So we're going to skip that one. Athletics and smithing. Smithing, you build that up by just doing smithing, okay? Trade and charm. Okay, now you would think we'd want to go charm here, right? Get the extra boost, but we want to balance our guy out just a little bit, okay? So this gives you engineering and leadership. This one gives you writing and steward. Again, steward controls the size of your party, okay? So that's a pretty big one in the beginning too. Okay, it's going to let you get a few more troops. They're going to be crappy troops, but you can get a few more of them because they're going to die pretty quick. So you can be able to replace them and have a little more. And again, gives you another point riding. So next, okay, under our youth, we want to do road with scouts. Our options are garrison, which does crossbow engineering. Scouts gives you riding and bow. Again, like I said in the beginning, you're going to be doing riding and skirting. Okay, so you want 2 points there and a point there, and we get 2 points in charm and 1 in steward, so we're coming along nicely. Infantry gives you polearm and one-handed. Skirmisher gives you throwing and bow. Throwing and bow, seriously, that's redundant. Okay, no one's going to go into battle with throwing and bow only. Come on, man. Robot scouts, riding and bow. Alright, this is probably the most important one, okay? Young adulthood right here. Alright, so you defeated an enemy in battle, gives you one-handed and two-handed. Again, kind of redundant because most people will have some type of crossbow, bow, throwing, and then a weapon. Be one-handed or two-handed. So that one's kind of, redundant. 20 renown sounds great, but dude, you're going to get so much renown so fast from doing tournaments and doing battles that's kind of useless. Let's see, led a caravan gives you tactics, leadership, gives you 1 attribute to point to cunning, plus 1 calculating. That's kind of cool because you're going to see things like calculating. Mercy, generosity, and honor, those are traits for your character. Those are hard as heck to get to, okay? It takes a long time to earn those. So those are good to have, but it only gives you tactics, leadership, and 1 point to cunning. Again, kind of useless. Trade, smithing, 1 calculating, 10 renown. Doesn't really help a lot. Siege gives you bow and crossbow. Again, that's redundant. You don't need both because you're not going to carry both. Famous escapade gives you athletics and roguery, 1 valor, 5 renown. Not really going to help you a lot. This is the best one, okay? I see a lot of people doing that, or there's another one depending on your beginning option that boosts your leadership style. This is the best one, guys. You treat people well. It gives you a point to charm, which again helps you recruit guys later on, and steward, which raises your party size. Plus, it gives you a point to mercy, generosity, and honor. Those are those traits that I was talking about. Those traits, again, play into, with your charm, recruiting people, okay? If you have these traits, a lot of times it'll help you. It can hurt you, but a lot of times it'll help you when you talk to a different lord and you want to recruit them. So mercy, generosity, and honor, that is huge. Plus, you get the extra charm and steward. So next, alright, our last one, story background. You subdued a raider, gives you 1 point in one-handed and athletics. That might be okay if you weren't going to use a horse. You drove them off with arrows, gives you bow and tactics. That can be helpful if you want to use your bow. Tactics you'll earn by doing battles, especially when you're outnumbered. It'll upgrade. Rode off on a horse gives you riding and scouting. That can help quite a bit too in your riding, which again, that's how you it'll help you to be able to use better horses. So that's pretty darn important. Tricked raiders, roguery, and tactics. That's kind of useless. Organized gives you leadership and charm. Now on this last one, it's kind of dealer's choice here. So whatever you think is best, you could take the extra point in charm. What I typically do, just to balance my guy out a little bit, is do riding and scouting. It gives me an extra point there in riding, which again is going to help me get a better horse. So this is what we look like, guys. We end up with a point in bow, 3 points in riding, which means you're going to get that better horse faster. 3 points in charm, which is so hard to level up in game. A point in leadership, a point in scouting, a point in trade, and 2 points in steward, which is how you get a bigger party size. So that's it, guys. I hope you found some useful information in this video. Texas 2 Step out.